morning. So yesterday, my GPS couldn't ping me, couldn't find out where I was at. It just stopped working, and I hadn't noticed that it wasn't working. I kind of just like listened for it. I missed my turn. Well, I was like, oh, that's alright, I'll just drive through Chicago. It's not that bad, or it's not going to be that bad, because it's the weekend. So I'm driving through, and I'm like, alright, well, I need to go down 94. I also missed that turn. So I went down 90, and then I just completely got lost. I have all my written directions, so it was just the fact that I wasn't expecting my PC to be not working. When I know that it's not working, then I'll know that I need to pay attention to my exits and whatnot. But because I thought it was working, and I was just like waiting to listen to my PC to tell me like your exit's within 2 miles, that I wasn't really paying attention, and that was bad on me. Anyway, so I got here to my terminal. Also, my phone GPS was not working. I don't know what was going on with that. It just wasn't working at all. It couldn't ping where I was at either. So all in all, yesterday was just a really bad day. Not to mention it was Halloween, which is my favorite holiday. So I had to come here to the terminal, and they were working on my PC, and they rebooted the PC.
Should I wait till it's off?
Yeah, wait till it's off. Then put that in.
And rebooted it. And rebooted it.
Look at the screen.
It says waiting for message to be sent.
Yeah, but it's gonna reboot though.
And took out the antenna, changed the antenna. Changed the whole PC. I also had to spend the night in a bunk room last night while they were working on my PC. They kept driving my truck out to like this little pond area in our terminal. We have better connection with the PC further away from our building. I don't know why. So they kept driving my truck out there. So I got here to my terminal around 2:30 yesterday, and it is now 6:45. Around 6 o'clock, they just got done with the finishing touches. I don't know what happened. They did stop working on it between 3 in the morning and when I woke up 5 and went down to the maintenance to see what was going on. So this is repairs that were being done on my truck at 2:48 this morning is when they finished. So they actually started repairing my PC yesterday, Halloween, around 2:30 in the afternoon. It didn't get finished until 2:50 this morning. Even when I woke up this morning at 5 in the morning, came down to the office, asked them how it was going with my truck. They were doing final finishing touches on my truck, 5 in the morning. So that is what my Halloween was like. It wasn't very fun. So So they spent all day on it yesterday, like all day. Okay, so I've had about maybe almost 6 hours of sleep last night. I'm exhausted. I'm going to attempt for 650 miles today. So yeah, I'm just going in to go brush my teeth. I'm waiting for them to update my workflow because my workflow and my routing both disappeared. Well, I got a new PC, so during all of that, all my routing and all my stuff went away. So I'm just waiting on them to resend that, and I'm gonna go brush my teeth. But it's a gorgeous day. This is going to be, or this is, it's already, you know, been going on since yesterday. My first load in my brand new truck. So we'll see how it goes. So far, this trip has not been going very well. This is my brand new truck, which I'm already having problems with. Just the PC, so technically not with the truck. So even right now, my PC stopped working again as soon as I have left the terminal pretty much. So I think the GPS was just running off of the Wi-Fi, but I have my written directions. So I guess we're going to test my skills of being a driver without a GPS. So we'll see how today goes. I mean, today's going to be pretty easy. It's tomorrow that I'm worried about. But we shall see.
There's a lot of colors, I don't know where to go. See a lot of colors, only feeling blue. There's a lot of colors, lost within a haze. Don't rely on others to get you through the maze. The dreams are not the same for me.
Okay, so my phone GPS and my co-pilot GPS both do not work. So I'm going based off of my written directions and resetting my my trip. Every kind of like turn I go, every turn off. So I have about 64 miles to go to exit 31 for PA 63 East. So keeping my eye on my trip, how many miles I go, so that way I don't miss my turn this time. Okay, so I have driven 63 miles since I've gotten off of I-80. So my exit 31 should be right about here. This I have all written down, how many miles I have to go between each exit. So says my exit's in 1 mile. And after I get off of that, I will be going 2 miles until PA 463. Alright, so I am going on 63 East. So that's left, which I have all of that written down. I'm going to reset my miles because I'm only on here for 2 miles and I want to make sure that I'm paying attention and this car needs to go. And on the right that says 63 continues left, so I'm turning left. I also wrote down on my as of right now, I'm going to assume that I'm still on 63. I don't see any signs that say that this road is 63. I'm going to have 1 more mile to go until I turn off of it. So hopefully in 1 mile I will find 463. Alright, so there's a sign that says 63, so I know I'm still on 63. Alright, so I now know that I'm on 463 East. I've just seen some signs that said it. So I just reset my miles. So I'm on this as well for just 2 miles. Alright, so there's a sign that shows 463 East, you turn right. But I'm following signs for the 309. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue north, or continue straight. So this is 309. I wrote down left at the stop sign. Also, my GPS did just start working, but I think it's still a little bit lost. So my GPS is now working, but almost the whole way here, I did have to go specifically straight off of my written directions. So I know my handwriting's super messy, and the RR stands for railroad track. So I know exactly, where I'm going, and yeah, excuse the super messy handwriting, but as you can see, I even wrote down the truck stop I was supposed to go at. Here, how many miles until your exit. I crossed it all out, so I know I'm like on track, but it's 34 miles from the Loves to exit 277, and from there that's 467. It's I-467 south, 64 miles to exit 31. I'm going to be turning left off of the ramp onto PA 63, and that's east, for 2 miles, and then I wrote left at third light to stay on 63. I know this because that's how I've been always writing it, and the little arrow is to like to stay on. So right onto 46. Although it wasn't a right, it was just you continued straight. I don't know why it said that, and it wasn't 2 miles. It was a 1.5 miles. So you just have to keep looking at the road signs, and the circle is like I'm going to turn left, and the underline is it's on the left. So obviously it doesn't help if you already missed a turn. You don't have any GPS after that to know where you're going. So that's why I rely on a GPS. Is like if I miss a turn, then like I can see the roads that I'm on. Obviously none of my GPS, even my phone GPS, isn't working, so I have to be very careful with knowing exactly where I'm going and what turns and resetting my miles and all of that. So luckily the next place I'm going to, I've been there a lot. It's just from getting from here to there, but I pretty much know my way over there, so that's not bad. But yeah, that's how you get around without a GPS. So it's really tricky, plus a lot of the roads are restricted, and you just can't get lost. So yeah, this is a nightmare getting into this new truck.